And first at 5:30 this morning, authorities are moving now from a rescue to a recovery effort as they look for a teenager who was swept away in Johnson Creek. Thanks for joining us today at Sunrise, everybody. I'm Russ Lewis.
And I'm Brenda Braxton. We have News Channel 8 team coverage. Nick Allard is tracking the potentially dangerous conditions on area rivers as we head into the weekend. But we start with Chris Murphy live along Johnson Creek at Southeast 45th and Harney. Chris?
Johnson Creek is more like a raging river this morning, and last night it was the same story with the death of that boy trying to swim out here. And just to give you an idea of not only how high this water is, but how fast it's moving, we've grabbed a stick from along the banks, and I'll just kind of toss it in, and we'll show you just how quickly it moves down the river. Also, this water is cold, exacerbating the conditions out here. Now, we're told the boy was with a group of friends when he jumped into Johnson Creek. Authorities tell us he was trying to swim across the creek, but it proved to be moving just too fast, as you just saw, and that water was just too high, and under he went. He surfaced about 3 times, and then no sign of him. For more than an hour, surface swimmers and divers scoured the creek and its banks for any sign of the young man. We talked with a witness who saw the whole thing and tried to save that boy.
Jumped the barrier and, took off my jacket and my shoes. I went to grab him, or to jump in, and this girl that I was with grabbed me and was like, "Don't do it, I don't want you to die." And then that's why.
Right before that boy jumped into the river, he told that man you just heard from that he had been in the water just the day before, and he said, "Hey, everything's fine." However, the boy did notice before he jumped into his death, presumably, that the water was measurably higher. No sign of the boy's body yet, Russ and Brendan. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, with the water as fast and cold as it is, it only takes a few seconds. Chris, thank you for the update. Our team.
News Channel 8's Chris Murphy is joining us live near Southeast 45th and Harney. And Chris, Johnson Creek normally not running like that at this time of year. That's unbelievable.
Hey, Russ, blame it on all the rain we've had recently. In fact, take a look at this rushing water here at Johnson Creek, and it's not only how high the water is, unusually high for this time of year, but this water is very cold and it's rushing very, very quickly. Now, this whole incident happened just before 8 o'clock last night. We're told the boy was with a group of friends when he jumped into the creek. Authorities tell us he was trying to swim across the creek, but it just proved to be moving just too quickly. The water was too high and he went under. He bobbed up just a couple of times, according to witnesses, but then no sign of him, and no sign of him since. For more than an hour, surface swimmers and divers scoured the creek and its banks. Again, no sign of the boy. Now, we talked with a witness who saw the whole thing.
He came up once and his face was like, you could tell he couldn't breathe at all. And then he came up another time and his lips were all purple, so we all grabbed our bikes and tried to hold him down and grab sticks, and he went down for the 3rd time under the undertow, and it just sucked him under, and it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
And Russ, of course, this is now a recovery effort, and they're hoping with some sunlight they might find that boy's body. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, Chris, thank you. Covering Clark County now.